We now take it to the northern part of Nigeria, where the Kano State Government has spent 1.5 billion naira on its latest mass wedding program, bringing together 1,500 couples in a ceremony held at the Emir's Palace in Kano. According to the government, the mass wedding is part of the state's initiative to support marriage and strengthen family values. Shortly after the ceremony, some of the newly married grooms shared the excitement and expectations for the future with News Central's Stephen Enoch.
This is my first marriage.
Okay.
And I'm not married widow. I'm married 17 years old. I'm very happy today.
Yanzu na da shekara 55. Matata ce ta rasu, shine kungiyar mu suka dace na ga ba zan iya ba. In ba tallafin gwamnati ba zan iya ba. To da yana daga cikin da aka bude ne dai na bada sunana aka sana ciki.
Cikin alheri muka yi abin alhamdulillah. Ba kuma cewa aka yi aure wannan ba ne mai tafiye da shekara ɗaya ma ana neman ta Allah kuma ya kawo aka. Mun yi farin ciki mun yi mana Allah.
Muna addu'a insha Allah Allah ya ba mu zaman lafiya shine abin da mun maraya sunan manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yanzu dai ƙari ne na kuma jin ƙarin da nayi. Na jin daɗin sa wallahi.
Yanzu mata nawa kai ka?
Yanzu? To hadda ita da wallahi uku ne.
Now joining us to discuss this is a member of the Kano Budget Working Group, Safiyanu Bichi. Thank you so much, Mr. Bichi, for joining us.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
All right. So it's been argued that Kano has more pressing needs in areas of job creation, infrastructural development, healthcare, and education. So for you, how would you justify spending 1.5 billion naira on a mass wedding? And what should taxpayers see as a return on this investment?
First of all, let me make it clear that I'm not against the mass wedding. But the question to be asking is, how can the 1.5 billion, how is it spent? If the government says it's spending 1.5 billion in a mass wedding for 1,500 couples, that means each couple is going home with 1 million. So what are the components that make that 1 million? This was the fact we had that they paid dowry of 200,000, one bag of rice, and other things. But the question of this, marriage is necessary for every young man to get married. But the unfortunate thing is that this marriage is a private affair that needs not to be funded by governments or taxpayers' money. In normal circumstances, it's not even part of social protection. In reality, we even have social protection law, and there's social protection agencies in the state, and they're not the one doing it. They are, in fact, they are trying to use the money, give people just in the name of politics. But to be frank and sincere, the concern is this: empower this youth, empower these women, so at least they can use the return on what they invested, what they have gotten, to make the marriage personally for themselves. That's one. Number two, this marriage started during the era of former Governor Konkoso. At that time, it was part of support for the vulnerable women, especially the divorcees, the widows, to get married so at least they can take care of themselves, and also some social vices could be controlled. But this one is called Aurangata, means is for the privileged. So how can you just spend our money on the privileged? That's one. Then if you look at the couples and look at some even older, I have seen 70-year-old person, 75, 65-year-old person getting married with the people's money.
Yes, it's also concerning. But then you said that you don't have a personal bias as regards these marriage. But then one of them, while talking to our correspondent, said that if there is ease, he would marry another wife. That's looking at his financial position. Another one said he's hoping to marry 3 wives. And another one said that he married a 17-year-old bride. Are these narratives not concerning, or is it allowed to happen in Kano State?
It's allowed, because we're talking of the religion in this part of the world, and also in our religion. It's not, all these are not forbidden. because you are entitled to marry 4, 3, 2, 1. But if you can afford, what the religion says, if you can afford. So if they can afford, but I believe someone that is going into mass wedding, how can he go and make the remaining wives that he said he is ready to pick second or third wife? But to frank and sincere, it's like the government is sharing 1 million to each couple, thinking that they're supporting them for political. But majority of them, it's not marriage that they need. Most of them, what they need is social support. And looking at what is happening in Kano, we have the largest number of out-of-school children, and then a lot of schools doesn't have teachers. This was the government employ teachers of recent, but unfortunately, we are still lacking. Educationally, we're backward. Healthcare also, we are part of the state that have highest number of maternal mortality as far as healthcare is concerned. And then you are spending 1.5 billion on such, what is the sustainability? Now, if you said you have given dowry up to 200,000 to each couple, okay, now they rent a house for this year. Next year, it is the government that will pay for the rent, and then you've given them bag of rice, spaghetti, and whatever. If they finish it in 3 months or 6 months, how will they get it? So you can't just bring somebody on the street that is homeless just because you want to do politics to make them to become couples. People need to be empowered so they can use their own out of what they have gotten to make marriage, because marriage is a private affair that government needs not to fund it.
All right. Safiyanu Bichi, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us.
You're welcome.